Hi! Today I'm going to be teaching you the basics of how to use Rough Animator for the iPad, so you can make something like this. This video will be broken up into several parts, detailing different features of the app. The timing of the sections will be listed in the description below. Alright, let's get started. I'm going to assume you've already downloaded the app onto your iPad from the App Store. If you haven't, pause this video and download it now. The app is only $5 and I promise you it's worth it. Now that you have the app, click on it and let's get started. Once you open the app, you can see the main menu, which shows all of the animations you've already created on the left and your video options on the right. For this video, we're going to be making a new project by clicking on the bottom right button. On this pop-up, you have to insert the name of your animation and then choose a resolution and a frame rate. I'm going to name our video Tutorial and leave the resolution and frame rate as is. For those unfamiliar, the resolution is the pixel dimensions of the video you're making. Mine is set to 1920 by 1080, which is the default for YouTube and Vimeo, but you can change it to whatever you want. The frame rate is how many individual frames are shown in a second of animation. More frames per second create a smoother animation, but take more time to create. I'm going to leave this at 12 frames per second. Typically, people either use 12 or 24, but 12 is perfectly fine for a fluid animation. Now that that's decided, let's create the video file. This is the main page you'll be animating from. It might look complicated at first, but can be broken down into several simpler sections. On the top, we have the timeline and the timeline options. This is where you can see all of the frames you've made. As you can see, there is only one frame so far. On the far left side of the screen is the toolbar, which contains all of the main editing features. From here, you can change the display, make more frames, access the tools, and play your animation. If you click the buttons for the timelines or tool options, you can make those menus disappear or reappear from the screen. The Tool Options menu shows the specifics of the tool you're using and can be used to edit your brushes. Now we get to draw. For this video, I'll just be using the basic brush tool to draw something after changing the brush color and size in the brush settings. The main tools are the brush, eraser, paint bucket, and lasso tool, which is used for cutting and pasting. It's rather simple overall, but you can customize the brush and eraser by importing brush shapes as well. If you want to draw on multiple layers, you can also do that by creating a new layer using the Modify Layers button. Once we've drawn a frame, we'll want to add another frame. To do this, press Add Drawing. It will only add a new drawing to the layer you have selected, unless you change the settings on the top menu from Independent to Sync Layers. As you can see, when you have more than one layer, you can see a bit of the previous layers under the selected one. This is called the onion skin effect, which you can control from the button on the bottom left-hand side of the main screen. By sliding the levers, you can decide how many frames you want to be visible and overlaid with the current layer. This is helpful for tracking how your animation is shifting over time. At this point in the video, I'm going to quickly skip ahead a few steps. Assuming here that I've already completed a few frames of the animation, I want to see how they play out. To do this, I will press the play button on the toolbar and wait for the video to buffer. After watching the video, I can decide if I like how the animation currently flows or if I want to change it by editing the frames on the timeline. To make a frame appear for longer than the preset time, which for us is 1/12 of a second, simply click and drag the frame to its desired length. Another handy trick is using the Make Cycle button. This button allows you to repeat frames in a loop, so you don't have to manually duplicate them instead. Press the Make Cycle button, select how many frames you want in your cycle, and then click and drag the new cycle frame in the timeline to be as long as you want the cycle to last. Easy peasy. Once everything has been created, the final step is exporting your animation. To do this, click the top left drop-down menu and select Export Video. From here, you can choose which file type you want to create and what you want the file name to be. Then hit OK and wait for it to export. I hope this video is able to help you understand the basics of Rough Animator. Don't forget to like this video and comment any feedback you have below. Thanks for watching!